Hey, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are here to talk on something special. But before I start, I just want to remind us that this is Naomi Concepts, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. And if you have been with me, thank you so much. Thank you very much for watching my video and for sharing my video. And I still want to plead and say, please share my video to your friends and family. And if you haven't turned on your notification button, please, this is the time to do so. Turn it on, because there's so many things we need to learn, so many things we need to talk about that will help us. So, having said that, let's go right into the video. Okay, today we are going to be talking about spice another spice that's so important and we use every day. We're going to be talking about rosemary spice, or rosemary leaf, rosemary oil, rosemary whatever. Rosemary, well, every part of rosemary is very useful. All the part of rosemary, whether it's the leaves, the oil, the stem, every part of it is very useful and has health benefits. So I'm here with me. I'm holding rosemary right here. So I'm going to be showing us, this is rosemary. This is a dry one. I'm so sorry I don't have the fresh one, because I always have both dry and fresh. But there's some food I want to make. I would love to add fresh rosemary. I use this with fresh rosemary, but I just realized that I don't have the fresh one, and I already have rosemary. Is actually what I have in my list, as I highlighted them as I go on with the spicy series. So, well, this is a dry one. I think every one of us know rosemary, especially the women will know rosemary. So today we're going to be talking about rosemary, what rosemary can do health-wise, what we can use rosemary to do apart from using it to cook, apart from seasoning our meal, our food. So today we are going to be talking about other benefits that rosemary carry. Rosemary is a very popular evergreen shrub, and it's from the Mediterranean. You know, rosemary has so much. When at the time I discovered what rosemary actually carried, the benefit rosemary has, I've been using it for a very long time, for a very as long as I know that I can cook. I know I've been using rosemary, but I never knew rosemary carry a lot of powerful benefit, health benefit. I just know that rosemary is a spice, rosemary is seasoning, rosemary is what you use to add flavor to your cooking. Yes, that's all I know. But I never knew that rosemary is not just only for cooking. Rosemary is not just, even when I discovered that it's good for your skin. Yes, it's good for the skin, by the way. But rosemary carry, it's very high in magnesium that that usually form blood clots, so that your blood, if you have injury now and you are the type that take rosemary, it makes your injury heals very fast. I discovered that. I read about it, and there are a lot of studies, a lot of research on rosemary. So rosemary has been there even, of course, long before I was born. So Rosemary is very rich. It's a very rich source in antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. You see, all these spices, there's something unique about these spices we use in our homes. And I keep saying this, something very unique. They all have link to anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. It's good for the lower blood pressure. It makes your blood improve blood circulation and all of that. So they are so tied together. They are so linked together. So these are natural herbs. So what does that? What does that? What signal does that give you? What is that telling you? That the natural herbs, leaves, vegetables, or spice, or root, or whatever God has given us, to use, it's for our health, for our for longevity. What this is actually saying to us is that all these things that we shy away from, running after things that we don't even know what is in there, all these natural things we can just use hand pick, and it helps. That's what I can learn from all this that we've been doing. That's what I can take for myself. I don't know about you, that it's time to go back. It's time to say, yes, God, we appreciate that which you've given us. Lord, we appreciate these things you have put under us. Because he said he gave man dominion. Just look at that. Dominion. That means both rosemary, thyme, even salt, water. He gave everything. He put everything in our hands. He said, have dominion. Have dominion. That means we have to use this to think on how to use these things. Now, coming back to the benefit of rosemary. Another thing I learned about rosemary is strengthening memory and concentration. It strengthens this. If you have kids, and if you have children in the university, if you have children in school, if you are studying yourself, you are in school, if you have not been using rosemary, if you have not been taking rosemary tea, remember, this helps, these roots, all these things, these spices, we can use it. You can just take it as a tea for very quick and fast results, instead of using it to boil our meat. Yes, you can use it to boil our meat and all of that, but you can take it as your tea, incorporate it into your tea, so it can strengthen, improve mental health, improve memory, improve concentration. It relieves you of stress. It helps you to be able to take care of stress. It will ease whatever stress you're going through. It eases your pain, especially pain that is associated with arthritis, those inflammation. It will ease those pain, those joint pain, especially the knee. Oh my God, that I can say, that I can testify to. Before, when I'm climbing my stairs, before I started taking the tea, I used all these things before. I used it to cook. But before I started incorporating it into my tea, my daily tea, I discovered that my health improved. Those phony pain that doesn't make sense. I'll be asking myself, how old people, when you see some 70, 80 years old women, men, how they still look strong. So why should I be struggling with knee pain? Well, I noticed when I started bringing all these herbs, all these spices together as my tea, especially the knee pain, that I can beat my chest to tell you that yes, it works. I can climb these stairs without hearing any of those noise in my joints. I climb these steps without, oh, my nails is paining me. That's I've not been experiencing in a while, for some time now. Thank God for COVID. If I say this, some people will think I'm not okay. Thank God COVID came. COVID, the period we were home for, we're really locked down. I had to go deeper and deeper into this research. I had to go studying and reading about these things. Because COVID made some people, drop some people and make them feel so like, oh, everything is going down, everything is crashing down. But for others, COVID actually helped us to know a lot of things. It's an eye opener to a lot of things. How to take care of yourself, because a time will come, whether we like it or not, a time will come that you will just be standing. You have to look for these things yourself. You will even hold money. You will not be able to see anything to buy. So it is time for us to start going back. It is time for us to start going back to that way that the Lord actually needs us, or the Lord will love us to live our life. Now again, rosemary. What else can rosemary do? Rosemary can prevent cancer cells from replicating. So when cancer cell does not replicate, what happens? It stops the tumor from growing. It's as simple as that. I would say again, I am not a doctor. I am just researching, studying about these things, and coming to tell us what these things can do. A lot of these things I have used. I may not have used it for maybe cancer or those very big things, but the little things that I can tell you that I've used it for, at least I've used most of these things I've been talking about. I've used it for my joint pain. It worked for me. I used it for my blood pressure. It worked for me. A lot of those symptoms I get, pain, backache, this ache, back, because I stand in the kitchen cooking for hours. I'm not sitting down. I cook, I'm a caterer. I stand cooking for hours. So I needed something that can keep me standing and not looking for something to hold. I knew it's a very tedious job to do. So I needed something. I have to go researching. That's how I arrived here. I used to do a lot of this, especially fruit, vegetables, and all of that, for when I was working in the oncology unit, in the cancer, in a palliative care unit. And I learned a lot of these things, and I used to tell people about it. I drink them for preventive. But now I went deeper. I had to go deeper. It supports the immune system. Because it's rich in oh God. Because sometimes when I just think about this thing, it's like I wish I can turn the hand of the clock for certain things that has happened. When I just remember some things, it supports your immune system. It's very good for the brain support, protect your eye. I cannot really say which one is which, because I do combination. As I always say, I do a lot of combination. So I don't know whether it's rosemary or what's it called for my eye. But I know I used to have this very bad migraine, very bad, right here, very bad one. As I'm talking like this, by the time I stay on the screen, light on my, I will be having that headache. I can't remember the last time I had it. With all the stress, with all the work and everything. And these things, we just look at it. But one thing I want to tell us, rosemary should not be taken in excess. That's one thing I read about it. A study was made, and rosemary should not be taken by pregnant women. It should not be taken in excess, because I think there's a study that said that if you take too much of it, especially for us that take the tea, If you take it in excess, you may be nauseated, you vomit, you may have spasm, and so to avoid this, everything is in moderation. Well, the Bible said it. In everything you do, do it in moderation. So you don't just take rosemary on a daily basis, rosemary tea every day. As I told us the last time, that I alternate these things. If I take this today, tomorrow my tomorrow tea will be different, like that, like that, like that. But one thing I know is that I use rosemary to do my bath soaking, and I love it. This is really soothing. If you want to do your, if you want to soak with salt, sea salt, add rosemary and bay leaf, then goat milk. I always say that. It's you are fat. When you sleep and wake up, you know that you are well. Mentally, everything, bodily, your body will be so sweet. You'll be well. So, I haven't said all that today. The Lord has helped us to learn something about rosemary, and I want to encourage us to try and do some of these things. Just try it out. It's not going to harm you. A little of it, just see if it's something you can continue doing. And as we do, the Lord will keep us safe, keep us healthy. God bless you. And remember, don't forget to subscribe, share, give me that like, and again, make sure you turn on your notification button. Thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for your patience, and till I come your way again, it's Naomi Concept. God bless you.